Hey, I'm Zane Hehnke of Inspired Finds. I'm a vendor of, one vendor of many at Junkstock 2015, located in Omaha, Nebraska. Figured I'd show you one of the many pieces I've got in my booth, or just creatively purposed items for your home. This is just an old rustic bike that I'd found. It was really buried out in the weeds of this guy's property. Had all sorts of rustic scrap iron and all that kind of stuff. I knew I wanted to do something with it, and I've had bikes in the past to where people think, oh, that'd be fun garden art or hanging on the wall. But the thing about hanging a bike on a wall is it's kind of hard how you can hang it on the wall without damaging the paint you got. So I wanted to put a frame up to it, and so when I brought it home, I'd finished steel welding the whole thing, would have got some of the color and the sheen back in the piece. And I had this wainscoting on hand. It's just some chippy wainscoting board that's tongue and groove. And so we used construction adhesive and put it on the 1/4-inch plywood, and then I went out and bought some just regular inch right angle trim, spray painted that all black and marked that around, and just made a cool wall hanging piece to where it can hang in the kids' room, someone that does rag bride, they'd be all over that piece. I mean, just all sorts of possibilities for where it could sit. Office, entryway, all sorts. And then on the back, it's real easy to hang because you just put some simple hanging brackets that you just put in a couple screws and it sets right on there. Makes a real neat piece. The majority of my business is mostly antique and repurposing. I like to buy one thing and then turn it into something else that you can use rather than just selling it as is. What kind of got me interested in that was I was always just creative by nature. When I was in second grade, I took an old box fan my dad was going to throw out. I took it all apart just because I wanted to see how it worked. Then after I took it apart, I kept the metal frame and the one back screen on. Now I had my dad cut some boards and put shelving into it and used it for a 4-H project. I mean, second grader to do that, that's pretty ingenious in itself. So then later, when I was about 9 years old, my dad would always drag me out to auctions and such. And so I'd see something on an auction go for $2. And I'd think, wow, that's pretty cheap. And then he'd take me to an antique store because he's always looking for furniture or tools or something. I'd seen in an antique store something similar, the same item, priced at $20. And so I'd think, hey, I can do that. So later, when I'm 9 years old, I want to start buying stuff. So at auctions, I'd always buy stuff and all that, just here and there with my dad's money and keep it for my collection and all that. And then I wanted to start studying stuff when I was about 12. So I'd always have my dad bring me down to all the antique dealers down in town and have my backpack full and sell stuff to them, get 20, 30 bucks or such. And Dory Austin of Junkie Funkly, she's a vendor here too. When I was 13, she said, you're always bringing stuff to me weekly. Why don't you just set up one day out on the sidewalk? There was a little show going on with all these different customers stopping at store to store in maybe 8 different towns. So I was a vendor. I set up on the sidewalk, had both sides of the entryway door filled with stuff and made 350 bucks, and right there I was hooked. So since I was 13, I'm 16 now, I've been setting up at different shows, buying and selling, and just really networking my business to grow. For college, I'm looking at all sorts of different scholarship things, whether it be for entrepreneurial or grade stuff. I'm just an AB student, so the teachers don't really mind that I take off a Friday to go to a junk show or something. After I go to college, I'm thinking I want to do something in the business field, whether it's still doing antiquing or it's selling car insurance. I just like talking to people. I like talking to people and meeting them and learning more about them and telling them about my story and all that. So something business, marketing related is what I kind of plan to go into in the future. Again, my name is Zane Hehnke of Inspired Finds. Thanks for coming out to Junkstock and hope to see you in October.